Hello traders, welcome to AlBashir FX. Welcome to our daily market forecast. On today's episode, we review the day that was and the day to be. So sit tight as we going to go through today price action and explain the price delivery for today, explain the market review, then we analyze what to be. So welcome and sit tight. Do well to subscribe. Click the subscription button, like, comment, ask your question on the comment section below, and share these videos to your fellow traders. Thank you so much, and God bless you as we dive into what we have for today. So today we are going to. This is the US dollar, and I'm using TVS. So today we're going to look at how price delivered in correlation to what we talked about on the weekly forex forecast. So yeah, on the weekly forex forecast, we say that if price is going to be a bullish week for this week on DXY, whereas price we anticipate for price to reach for today low, sorry, previous week Friday low, and this particular low and this Thursday low, so that Tuesday we take Monday low and react on this daily or key level, this daily inversion fair value gap, and also this smaller time frame fair value gap, sorry, and also this daily fair value gap here to push price higher. But today price open and rally higher, did not take previous day high, did not take previous day low. That indicates that the candle we have for today on the XY is an insider bar candles, which is the candle that failed to take any day high. And when we have this kind of candle, it makes me realize for Monday, which is always showing an accumulation. But since the higher time frame institutional order flow is bullish, right, on the XY, if we use from the weekly to the daily, from the monthly and weekly, we are bullish for the dollar index. So price is bullish for the dollar index, and the daily has correspond to the bullishment of the dollar index. Despite that, we call Monday to be an accumulation day for the week. There is a tendency that price will just use this Monday low and continue to go higher. But then also there is a tendency price is going to seek for this high, which is this liquidity, internal range liquidity, and reject and price back into this area. But that is not likely to be the case. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame to see and to read the price delivery for today, right? So if you know, if you are a day trader like us, if you know that, you should know that the daily time frame is broken down into 6 4-hourly candles, and you need to study these 4-hourly candles, these 6 4-hourly candles vividly during your trading session. So we see that the ish, which is this first 4-hourly candle, reach for this fair value gap, reject lower and drop, but did not reach this previous day low or this 4-hour low, and did not show any willingness to go down here. So price delivered, and during the 1 o'clock, which is the London session, this move came in. Price take the previous 4-hour low and reject higher for buy side liquidity. Now, to for me as well, I did not expect price to reach higher, especially when we have used this fair value gap to deliver lower during the Asian session, right? I was anticipating for continuation for this liquidity and for what we already talked about on the weekly time frame. So price reject and continue to go higher. Then today is, like I said on our weekly video, that today is um bank holiday for the US, and you see how the US candle delivered. This down close candle is the US down time frame, which is the 9 o'clock a.m. candle, 4-hourly candle. We see how the market did not even seek for any form of liquidity, it was just ranging. So there is no impulse move on the or during that session. So what are we anticipating on a 4 hourly time frame corresponding to tomorrow time frame or tomorrow price delivery? Now, when we have a fair value gap that is traded above, it become an inversion fair value gap. And also we see price has also present us a fair value gap. So we have two PDRA that supports bullish price. So what do we seek for? Fair value gap. So what do we seek for on price going forward? Now, if Asian session tomorrow accumulate lower and reach for this fair value gap, that will create higher probability bullish move during the London. But if price continue to rally or continue to go higher, that will reduce the probability of London session reaching for a better liquidity and might want to come lower for New York session to reach for the liquidity. So I hope you understand what I'm saying in extent, but I cannot go more than this. This is just to tell you our bias. We are bullish for tomorrow, right? On the dollar index, and this is the where we want to see the low of the day form around this area or above this area. So let me just say, let me put this one out like this and draw this higher enough. Now, this inside of this box, we can eventually see our high low of the day. But this that means the low of the day is likely to be at the upper quadrant to this inversion fair value gap low. So if we use the inversion fair value gap as a means, then we see that this inversion fair value gap consequent encroachment is also this swing high. So we price might actually react at this. The low should be on this inversion fair value gap. Even if we did not reach this fair value gap, this might be a breakaway gap. So this is all I have to say on the dollar index, so that we can have enough time to look at the euro that we actually trade. So now taking us to the euro US dollar. So I use forex.com for our analysis. So also we anticipate during our weekly forex forecast that we want to see price reach for this Thursday high and reach for this swing low, so that Wednesday or Tuesday might reach this inversion fair value gap lower quadrant, which is the lower part, because we share it into two. This other side, the upper one is the upper quadrant and the lower one is the lower quadrant. So we anticipate for price to just tip on the lower quadrant, then deliver lower. But nothing, it did not happen like that. We see price open, rally a little bit, did not even take Friday high, then deliver lower, did not take previous Friday low. So this is an insider back candle, but it's a large candle. Now we have also break below this inversion fair value gap, so which now give us another advantage that price might also retest on this inversion fair value gap to continue going lower. So we want to see our tomorrow low of the day be within this lower quadrant of this lower, this particular one, this this fair value gap that is closer to price. We want to see our days react on that level. So if we go on a lower time frame, the 4 hour, we see that we have our fair value gap here and we have inversion fair value gap. Now because of this daily time frame inversion fair value gap, there's no need for me to go continue to add those other fair value gaps, so that I'll be able to see my chart very well. So, and again, today we see that price reacted again off of this inversion fair value gap. Despite it creating a relative equal highs, it still support price going lower. So that is another signature that shows that price is likely to come back for this area. Although we do not forget that although price is going lower on a monthly time frame, we are having a monthly or a seasonal tendency of a retreation. This is all the price that is going down is just to retrace into a higher time frame PY for continuation bullish move on the euro dollar. So right, so we price is still gonna come here, but it's not interested in going there yet, so we're just going down. So now we've seen price rally lower below this inversion fair value gap. So all we can expect is price to use this inversion fair value gap of lower quadrant and leave this fair value gap on touch or on tap. So well, do well to subscribe. Please just go and subscribe. I have almost 35 people watching my videos. I'm just coming up. So I have almost 35 people watching on my video. If you all subscribe to this channel, or if you have already subscribed, then God bless you, thank you. And if you all subscribe to this channel, I will be very glad, and it will help me and help the YouTube algorithm for more traders to notice my videos like this. And if you do enjoy it, please do subscribe, share, and comment. More importantly, subscribe and comment on this video. Thank you so much. Just whatever, if you want to say encouragement word, or if you want to ask a question, then you can ask. Thank you. God bless you. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm anticipating for price to use these lower quadrants tomorrow to deliver lower. And don't forget, we have a smaller 4 hourly fair value gap here. Go to your chart and you figure it out, right? So which is also going to support price going lower. So we are heavily short, and that is risk off and risk on the dollar. So let's that is it. Let me go to the lower time frame. I'm just gonna spend like the hourly. I'm just gonna spend like smaller time. So on the hourly time frame, we have, this is where I want to see the low of tomorrow from this order block, right? Which is inside this our inversion fair value gap. Let's, for example, you are a trader, you didn't notice this inversion fair value gap. You should be able to notice this bearish order block. So I want this bearish order block to be the key level that will form our daily, sorry, our low, sorry, our high of tomorrow, which is high of the day going in next tomorrow. And this draw on liquidity is our target. Then any further we can have, we still have more liquidity lying below, so we are still expecting price to continue going lower. So that's being the case for the euro US dollar. Let me jump to the GBP, right? So this is GBP. Almost we have same price delivery with GBP, but you see GBP did not do much when it compared to going lower this time. So the GBP US dollar, we see price like just like we anticipate for previous week that price should, on GBP we wanted to see price rally lower, not even get to this level, and to continue going lower. So something like that happened for the GBP US dollar, but we did not go as much, and we also consolidate, and today candle also deliver as insider bar candle, and we can see how price is respecting the consequent encroachment of this inversion fair value gap. So we're anticipating for price to break this inversion fair value gap and to come lower. Then let's go to the lower time frame and figure out where we want to see price react from, or from the high of tomorrow on these videos. So yeah, we have we have seen price react from this bearish order block. So this is majorly on the euro we have fair value gap. Why on GBP we have we have bearish order block, right? So which I'm supposed to have, pay more attention to this bearish order block. But anyway, that is just it. That's just the point. Sometimes you are bound to miss some setup like this. So we see price react off of this level and break lower. So break lower, and we did not do much, right? We did not do much, and also price reject from this inversion fair value gap. Now we are because maybe some of you might see this as a bullish order block and you want to see price use it, but don't forget that we have underlying narrative, which is the higher time frame institutional order flow, which is bearish. Price might react off of this area, still continue back into this inversion fair value gap before going lower, but there is no point in expecting price to come for these highs, right? So we actually have more of consolidating Monday on the GBP, and price did not do that much on GBP. And if we go on a lower time frame, you see how this bearish order block was very clean. So and also have fair value gap. So right, we also see that on a lower time frame we have a fair value gap, right? Bearish fair value gap, which is CB, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. And we also have hourly bearish order block, and you can see how price is, the body of the candle is respecting this bearish order block. So everything also supports the idea that price is going to go lower. But today, since especially today that we have bank holiday, so then it's one of the factors that did not let price do much today. And yes, they're gonna trick people into becoming a buyer around this area, to my thinking, because since the overall para price is bearish, and they might just use it to do a little tap on back on this area, then they will now think, traders will now fool in just like they fooled me today on euro. I don't know, if I have time, I might just look at that trade, and tell you guys I take losses. So I do take losses. So it's not something that's new, or all right, but it's fine. But at the end of the month, or at sometimes I never had a complete drawdown on the monthly, but last week I had a complete drawdown on a weekly. So anyways, I, I manage my risk properly. So on the Bitcoin, right? I told you guys I'm expecting Bitcoin to retrace, but how far can we retrace back into this range before going lower? We still bearish on Bitcoin, whatever anybody want to say. All this move was just liquidity, or the news event and the manual intervention to to trade, to drag traders out. And yeah, they are going to continue to take price lower. But one thing I want you to I want you to look into is um this fair value gap. Now I've used a Fibonacci to mark out this fair value gap. Now this fair value gap, we have the middle consequent encroachment around here. We have the upper quadrant around here. So mine case, I want to see this upper quadrant use as the high of the week to deliver price lower and leave a small gap between the high and this other candle. If we are bearish, times if we are bearish, because I can be wrong though. So Bitcoin always do its own sometimes. But we also have a bearish order block here, but which, or on a serious note, this bearish order block might not really work that much. But on a weekly, now this is why you should, on a weekly, this is why I support continuation, bearish continuation, and I'm going to show you why right on a lower time frame. Now we see this body of the candle. So the candle is going higher to create the high of the week. And when the price has also confirmed the bearishness, I am going to also share my trade setup, right? When the bearishness is confirmed by me, or I feel like, okay, it's okay for me to look for bearish move, I'm also going to share in our Telegram channel. So we see price rally already, going higher, and we see that there is a fair value gap here. There's no need to, there's no need to rush this so we have inversion fair value gap here. So some of you can go into your chart and do it. So I don't want to litter everywhere. So now price might react to it, continue bullishness, but I am not, price is like more likely not to come down to this level. Now on the 4 hour, now let's look at the 4 hour. Now if you look at the 4 hour, this is what we have. Now above that in middle, which is the consequent encroachment, let me go back to the daily. I want to really spend time on the Bitcoin today, right? So now let's use this to go down to 4 hour. Now on the 4 hour, sorry, this is only showing on the daily time frame. So I wanted to show current interval and below. We only have small time left. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you do subscribe and like, comment, tell me what you think about price. Now look at this fair value gap here, which is the upper quadrant, and also look at this. And if price wants to even fake us more, they will come for this bearish order block. So on a 4 hour, they will come all the way back up to this bearish order block, right? So that is the highest I want to see Bitcoin goes if we are bearish. And if price disrespects that bearish order block, that means price is bullish. That is just what it confirms, that price is bullish if it disqualified this. Let's go on a hourly time frame and see if we have any other bearish. There is no bearish candle here, and all we see is bullish. Sorry, there is no bullish candle here to form as bearish order block. So all we see is bearish candles. So thank you so much. God bless you for watching, and thanks for coming to watch our daily videos. It's just fun, and traders like this, we coming up and we all trying to connect. So I'm also, if I'm also available to connect with traders, and if you want to connect as well. So thank you so much. God bless. I'll see you tomorrow on our next episode.